Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon registration.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you and know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat Cape Town, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah. Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you got today?
Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon. Spoon.
Skidibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon Entertainment.
Kuwa. Bese kuwa, kudileo. Kuwa, kudileo.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon registration.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you and know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon.
Okay, folks, what a way to welcome you to another edition of the program Spoon. That's the late night politics on Spoon. Of course, we're here tonight again. We're live on Spoon TV, we're live on Fabric TV, and we're also live on Super TV as well. On YouTube, we're live at Spoon Talk Live. We want to say welcome to you all for joining us on another fascinating edition of the program Late Night Politics on Spoon. And of course, this is where we afford you the platform to talk about issues of different concerns. Here on this platform is more about interaction, is more about you saying what the issues are that are on your mind. And of course, this is where we get to disagree, we agree, but at the end of the day, we put Liberia first in all of our conversations. And so the platform is here for you again tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. um, I'm gonna be joined by Moba. Moba is gonna be joining me, and the CEO will also join us on this edition of the program. And I'm gonna keep pasting the link down in the comment section so that all of you out there watching the show right now can be able to come on and have your say on those issues of national concerns. So I want to say welcome to the program again, and we have about 65 days to the conduct of elections in our country, and National Elections Commission has begun a whole process of, setting the stage for people to be able to have their say, to participate in the process. Well, today the National Elections Commission met with political leaders. Those political leaders affixed their signatures um, to a document committing themselves to a free, fair, and transparent election in our country. And I could see at the National Elections Commission the signatures of those different political leaders in the country. We'll talk about that. And the National Elections Commission officially launched the civic and voters education today as well. That's something amazing we're going to talk about. Well, on the flip side, the presidential bid of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai received a an endorsement today. Of course, the former vice president was endorsed uh, today by Dan Syed. Dan Syed happens to be the former LWSC box managing director, and he's from the Rainbow Alliance. He endorsed the candidacy of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai today, his presidency. And then on the flip side, Dr. Clarence Monova also received an endorsement today from um, a group calling itself Bankers Association. That's Bankers and Chefs Association. Those individuals endorsed him today, or they petitioned him. Let me say it that way. And he received a petition promising them that under his presidency, of course, Liberians will not look to the Atlantic Ocean where they are short of the country's staple food, which is rice. They're rather going to look at the fertile soil we have in the country and be able to grow what they eat. And so lots of things happening in the country. We will have this conversation today. All of you will be able to participate, and together we'll keep doing what we can do here until the CEO comes. So I'm gonna bring in Morba so we chat a little. Right after that, I will bring in the first batch of participants on the show. We'll bring in the first batch of participants. You talk about the issues that are on your mind, and of course, it's all about Liberia. Let's have a very great conversation here. I just saw Moba in the background. Is it that Moba has gone back? Okay, so again, I want to say welcome to the program tonight. Let me do this. Let me try to paste the link in the comment section so that all of you following right now can be able to have an opportunity to participate on the program tonight. Okay, there we go. We have the link there, and we can now be able to have you as you watch the show. You can be able to come on live and make your contribution as we move on tonight. So yes, let's see if we can do this adjustment very quick. Okay, so let me bring on uh wow, you have to set the camera right. You have to set your camera right. I see you want to come on, Morris Y Peters, but you have to set your camera right. And so let's do this. Let's do this as part of a quick, very quick adjustment we want to do here. Let's do this one, and then we will be right back. Let's do this.
See, I want to say Gongo. I believe many people in CDC know me. Because long time ago when you used to go to jail, I think it was. But all the parties signed the commitment declaration so that there will be no violence in the election. Opposition is not enmity. So I deliberately made a surprise visit. I want to thank you for your friendly attitude towards me. And I believe that that is the way. I came to the ruling party first. And I'll go to all the other parties. If the ruling party can dispose itself in this way in a friendly manner, and I came here to see Chairman Molu and the other leaders of the party, so that when members of the party see leaders of parties that are opposed to each other in a friendly way, they will not be angry with each other and be fighting, causing each other mind, all that. The election will be over and will be the same Nigeria. They are cousins, they are brothers in different political parties. Disagreement does not mean enmity. We will not treat each other like enemies. That's the reason why I keep the visit.
Thank you.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
Is it a good idea?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Muya, muya, citizen, muya.
Okay, so there you have it, Councillor Tiawon Say Gonglo there. And so let me bring Moba on. Moba, good evening.
Yeah, Nesny, what's up, man? How you doing today, my man? How was the day?
Yeah, man, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And
Great,
it's good to be back here
Yeah, are
where
usual.
we can talk about Liberia and have the conversation where everyone can have a platform to express themselves on the different issues happening
Yep,
in Liberia. Because one way or the other, we are all connected to this country. It
of
doesn't
course,
matter the part of the world you find yourself,
of course.
but there's something so dear about Liberia that we all hold in our hearts.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So, Moba, I just let us to start up with you saying what's on your mind. Um,
Well,
what's on your mind, and then we will move on.
yeah, I was just going through some stuff today, and I went through uh the attempted coup that almost occurred in Severland.
Certainly,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. Now Africa now we are getting a little bit afraid because they coup too much.
Mhm.
But then, if you look at on the basis of where the problem coming from, and it could keep coming in, is because the people trusted to lead them, they are misusing the resources to help those people. So the people, they feel disenchanted, they feel angry, they feel betrayed, so like when you ready, sacrifice for something. At the end of the day, people let you down as a
Mhm.
nation. They're depending on you. And, so I saw a little bit. I read a little bit about Niger and the ECOWAS that they had a meeting in Nigeria, and
Yeah.
some of the president, they said they didn't join in Nigeria to go for Niger. They were not. The Ghana president, Guinea, there are a lot of them, they said they would not because, it's not in their interest to go for Niger. They can face their own problem. Yeah, so there's a lot of things when it comes to the uh, Africa politics. And secondly, one of the things on my mind again is Liberia. You know, I woke up this morning and when I saw on the news, you remember the little boy that got missing, that little boy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then you know when they found him, and when I go through the story, he said he wanted to go back. It was in Buchanan.
yeah. Buchanan, you wanted to
Yes,
go back to
yeah. He said he
Buchanan.
wanted to go back Buchanan, so he left his grandmother, and you know he wanted to live here. You know, but thank God they found him because we know the type of risky time we in. Imagine election season. Imagine. So you must know that God with him. We tell God thank you for the family, and we tell God thank you for the police by doing their jobs, finding him, and probably be stay in police custody, or they are shipping back to to his grandma or whosoever.
Yeah, the family here in Monrovia have the family has taken he's gone back to the family. So
Okay,
yeah, so
that's
he
good.
has
Yeah,
reunited with his family.
yeah. And some training issues, you know, when you're ready, we can start discussing it one at a time. The video clip, and you know, it was a wild view.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely we'll do that. We'll do that just very shortly. But let me say welcome to the folks who have joined us tonight.
Hmm.
Daniel Sando said he's following from Bon County. See
That's good.
George Flomo says, good morning, Spoon Late Night Politics members. Uh, and he says he's following from Bon County too. I see that's Jen Roslyn Deborah Kaide. She says she's here. Yes, so Roslyn, we hope the CEO will be joining us as well. Eta Musu, thanks for joining us. And those of you, okay, this person says that's Angeline Jala. She says she's following from Maryland County.
That's great.
Abraham Sando is following from the UK. Um, Prince Gablag is following from Pipeline, Liberia. Roger is following from Nimba County again.
That's
And
great.
so, uh, we want to say thanks to all of you guys for joining us tonight. And just remember that this is a platform that is here for you. This is a platform where all of you can have the opportunity to come up here and talk about the different issues that are on your mind.
Of
Okay,
course.
so Maba, you were just talking about the story or the situation with the little boy, the kid
Hmm. Yeah.
who was found today.
Yeah.
So there are two versions of that.
Stories.
Yeah, no, there's one version actually, but we have two clips here to that. Let's
Voila is sleeping boy,
not this one, not this one. I'm gonna get the first clip.
Us in our
So
country.
let's listen.
Hence, you see the jubilation, the celebration.
For this is how family members celebrated today when they finally found Jeremiah. Remember, this kid had gone missing for 4 days, in fact. And
Wow.
like you said, for a kind of country like Liberia right now, especially the fact that we in election period,
Oh yes.
it's dangerous to even have a case out of their home for an hour without you knowing their whereabouts. So at least to talk about that number of days. So this is how they reacted when they contacted Spoon TV, and Spoon was able to highlight the story, and finally they got Jeremiah back today. Let's watch this video.
Us in our country. Hence, you see the jubilation, the celebration. Community dwellers are all over, marveling at the fact that for 4 days he has since been found. So, folks, Spoon TV live. Choka, would like to speak with you before we go. So we are now going to speak to his guardian. Is this where you left him? Jeremiah said he left because he felt he wanted to go back to Grand Bassa County. So what do you have to say? It's a jubilant moment for every one of us. This morning we got on the search, and thankfully we've been able to find Jeremiah safe and sound after 4 days. I see the celebration, I see the jubilation. This could have been an accusation put against you and your family.
Thank you very much. Again, my name is Chokai G. Davis. And first of all, I want to thank the Spoon TV family for their immediate response upon our communication to them. I remember when I texted the Spoon TV family, they responded in time. And it's an exciting news for everyone because little Jeremiah has been found. We all are happy that at least the child has been found. And
Okay, yeah. So
Wow.
that was the scene today when those family members were able to find Jeremiah, little Jeremiah, and you could tell that they were all excited, because when someone goes missing like that, especially for a country where three grown men went to do a piece of job. They went missing and could
Mm-hmm.
not return to their family. And despite the different appearances on the different media outlets across the country that their family did, they still could not get those guys back. In a country like that, when your child goes missing for some number of days, those are the things that will start to click to your mind. And it's good that they were able to get Jeremiah, which is a good thing. And we're glad that this happened. Do you want to chip in on that before we
Yeah,
move?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, I said previous, previously, like when you look at the situation our country in right now, this is election time. You ready? All right. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute.
Okay. So yes. So there we have it. Let me see if I can mute him. Okay, so I'll keep posting the link here because shortly we will start to take you guys. I see some of you have already started entering studio. The link is there in the comment section. Click on the link, put in your name, enter studio, and you can form part of this discussion here on Late Night Politics on Spoon. And we're here tonight. So yeah, Moba, just conclude your thoughts, lend your thoughts on that, so we move on to other issues. Okay, sorry, I muted you. Okay, now you're on. Go ahead.
Okay. As I was saying first, the type of situation we find our country in right now, election time. What is it? Everybody keep your children, hide your children, and that little boy being out there for 4 good days. Imagine 4 good days, more than 72 hours. And then they were able to find him. I'm happy for him, happy for the family because it was risky on his part. And I don't know who found him. I don't know. But the
So
person,
so when he went missing,
mhm,
the family actually reached out to Spoon. So since in fact the physical office of the institution is closed, they sent a text. They sent a message to Spoon TV. Like you send a message to a page, and
mhm.
so when the institution received the message, it was how everything started out, and it was good that the child was found. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And when I went through it and I saw it and I was like, wow, thank God they found him. Yeah, we tell God thank you because we know the situation our country in right now. We're in election period and we know in Liberia, when they say election period, people children got missing, people children can get lost, people hunting, they want to sacrifice, take part from him, from children, and we just tell God thank you, man,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
able to find him on
So
that
great.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, great one. So now the next thing is, what do you make of this, Amoba? Today, a group of religious people in Margibi County,
Mm-hmm.
they honor the banner cross section of Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they had a conference today where they raised several things. Number one, they were calling on all citizens not to elect or to reject all sanctioned officials of government who want to participate in this election. That cross section
Wow.
of Christians. they called on all of the people who will be going to the ballot box to vote to reject those individuals who have been sanctioned, who are enlisted for sanction, who are still participating in the election. Those people call on them to reject all of those individuals. Now, the next thing is they also called on the government to process those people and send them to court. Now that the US government has come up with a sanction on them, for those individuals to be processed, to go to court, let them have due process. And if they are brought down guilty, that the law will be applied to them. If they are not guilty, then their names will be cleared so that they can participate in the electoral process. But aside from that, the group was saying today that all electors should reject, they should not vote. For example, the likes of Minister McGill, they stated his name, former Minister McGill, that they should not vote him, they should not vote Bill Torrey, they should not vote any individual who has been enlisted for sanction but is participating in this election. What's your take on that?
Yeah, they are right. Look, when we're talking about sanction, when the American government puts sanction on you, the sanction come with a lot of weight. More especially the era we're in right now. Liberia and America, no matter how you think, no matter how you say it, they got voice over our country. Whatever they say, we should go by it. And when they came on with this sanction, some of all like majority of who in the diaspora, we were happy because we think all the people, some of them have brain, the American government they're like the people tell you, say, okay, the people, the decision thing, they deal with you to prosecute them or to do your judgment. Now, the first place the mistake came from was for NEC to register those people. It was wrong.
Do you think the the National Elections Commission would have done justice to them to just reject them? Will the National Elections Commission have any legal backing to reject the likes of Minister McGill and Bill Torrey from participating in the election?
We saw it with Samuka case. We saw it when they chased him out of office. When he won the election overwhelmingly, he never sat in his position and he was chased out. Now, if the American government comes, you know why the people scared to, why the government scared to carry the people to court or to even to investigate them? Because they know what the American government said, the people get evidence. Let me tell you, next thing, America, they will not come to you without evidence. The people got evidence in their hand that if they challenge if the government challenge them, they will bring the evidence forward to the government and say, okay, this is it. We challenge you to do this. That's what they tell the government. We challenge you, you carry your carry the case to court. Let the people go. If they be found guilty, that's it. If not, let it be exonerated, that's it. And let that nigga be free. But because that hand is in the cookie jar, they will not. And the people from Mount Gibby was right, 100%. Why would you go take somebody who get a type of heavy crown on their head and you go and you let them as a senator? You know what you're doing? You are not doing the American people justice. You are not. The people is fighting every day. They're stepping on corruption. They're working along with some individual. It's just like you will let it right now. You know everything about me, I know everything about you. If I do something, if they come to you, you will tell them, say, oh, Zoka do this, and you take paper from me and give it to them. And that's how the people run their investigation. And those investigations are factual. So based on what the people are saying in Mount Gibby, I stand with them. I stand with them. People, I stand with them, yes, of course. 100%.
Okay, so with that a batch of people into the show now so they can participate. I see Peter, that's Maurice Peters is here. Let me bring Maurice on. I see Joe Camara is here as well. Let me bring Joe on. And who else do we have here? Okay, so these are the two people we have here for now. So Joe, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'm happy to be with you today, this morning. Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Yeah,
great one. So where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you guys from China.
Okay, that's a great one. It's great to
Yeah,
have you.
it's 9 p.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. here right now.
Wow.
Okay, that's a great one. It's great to have you joining us. Maurice, thanks for joining us. I saw you were very patient in the background, holding on so that we have this conversation. Thanks for joining us, Peters.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Colette. How you doing today? Thank you to Motorbot and Joe. How you guys doing tonight?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, we're good,
Good.
and it's great to have you. So let me bring Thomas Bien. Thomas Bien Jr. is in the background as well. Thomas, your background is don't be like me or LEC go from my end. I have my feel from the camera. Don't be that. What happened to your light?
No, my light is on, bro. Good
What?
morning, good evening to my end.
Your
But
left on?
we can
Yeah,
No,
we can
man.
we can
I
see you.
think let me adjust. Let me
yeah,
adjust.
yeah, you have to adjust that. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, we see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can see you at all.
Okay, so let me start with you, Peters. You have been following the conversation. You've been following the happenings. What's your take? First of all, do you have anything on your mind you want to talk about before we move to the actual discussion we have in here?
Oh yeah, Colette. I have a lot of things on my mind that I've been going through the entire day today. The one that happened, I think, in Nema County, the guy who killed the motorcyclist, he killed that guy just to steal a motorbike, and he was caught with the bike. And thanks to the Liberian National Police for taking, for catching the guy who did the act. And then another thing on my mind, thanks to the Liberian National Police and to the people around the world for pleading speaking for Naomi. Today Vivian was escorted to South Beach, and then the video that you just showed, Tianwan Gongdo. I love the way he just moving from one party to another. I salute him. So a lot of things on my mind tonight. And then also the little child who was found today. Are you there?
Yes. Oh, okay. I think you're freezing. All right. There's Thomas. Thomas, you can come in. I know your background still a little bit
Yeah, I think
back.
I think my background is much better now, right?
Okay, it's not bad. All right. All right. Yeah, you can come in with your intro and walk on your mouth. Okay, that thing's back.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, go ahead. Sorry, my internet is trying to trip.
I
But
know.
Okay, okay.
let's go to you, Joe. Let's go to Joe.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Like for me right now, my mind is full of so many stuff. But first of all, I would like to congratulate and also thank our honorable senators and who tried to reject those guys that the president sent for confirmation. If our people in the house there continue working like this, definitely we are heading somewhere. You understand? That I really appreciate it because looking at this thing, uh, at this juncture, how can you look at you want to appoint people to work at the LACZ? It's not possible because these people, their term, and looking at them, I can really congratulate and also thank our brother, our Senator Dallo Dilam for him to really press on those people. That's one of the things that really, I mean, make me happy, seriously. Yeah, and
Yeah,
also we are, I mean, when you look at like what my brother said, the case of Naomi, I think the police doing a great job by giving justice to her because she was actually tortured. Yeah, she was
okay,
tortured. Yeah. So, and I
okay.
stand to see, yeah, that's some of the things in my mind right now. Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you very much. Thank you very much. Let's go to you, Bien. What's
Ye-
on your mind just before we move to?
Yes, good morning from my end. Good evening, whatever, all the viewers and that are the panelists here. Well, for me, what's on my mind is it has to do the number of days to our general elections. There are a lot of awareness needs to be carried on, especially for those who have not been involved into any electoral process. And we need to focus on educating them and then have the oppositions to be put on their rightful guideline with reference. Everybody right now going to election are so optimistic. But take into consideration if we are not in the full readiness in educating the first time voters, we will still go back to where we are hoping to leave from. That's one. And like the brother Joe Kamara earlier mentioned too, with reference on the senators having the speaking up and against all the wrongs. For me, I consider this to be overdue. Let us not hail them at this down meaning. They should have done this ever since. If we have more than one Dara Zilon and the rest of the senators who have decided to stand firm to pull what the right belongs, trust me, we wouldn't have gone and for the House to approve unnecessary confirmation. So far, this is where I stand.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me bring in Godwin. Godwin, are you still here or are you gone? I just want to bring in Godwin, then we can start the conversation from him now. Godwin, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Nelson. Kola, how are you? How are you guys?
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah,
Where are you
good.
joining us from?
Joining you guys from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA.
Yeah, I think his network a little bit freezing, but
I think Nelson is speaking.
go yeah,
Nelson is speaking.
you can go ahead and get your intro and what on your mind until you can come back.
Yeah,
Okay, Ron.
good being on the show this evening, and I think this is my second appearance on the late night show. What's on my mind is a lot of issues, and first of all, I want to commend the Liberian National Police for the swift arrest of Vivian. And I mean, the act of Vivian was very unbecoming, and I think Naomi deserved justice. And also, the registration of candidates by NEC, and I think there was some agreement or whatsoever signed today by political parties or candidates. I think it's a good step taken, and we prayed for a peaceful election comes October, and that those elections will be free and fair, void of violence. And want to also hail the Senate members, especially for Senator Darrell Didons and other senators who are doing a great job for the Liberian people in the House of Senate. And many other issues on my mind, but all the major thing is that we pray for a violent-free elections. We pray for an election void of raking and a free and fair election come October 10th. And the Liberians will speak out their minds in electing their rightful leaders or electing the leaders that will lead our country for the next 6 years. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. So everybody did our intro, right? Joe, you did yours.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
All right. So okay, before Nelson can come back, I think we can just come on with like anybody can bring a topic or maybe we all here for JMB or anybody here for Cummins, anybody here for Jawia, we can start a conversation until he can come back and then we can start a topic because we know
Okay.
the network issues in Liberia is very difficult right now. Yep.
I know. It's
So,
challenging.
All right.
yep.
So
It's
let
very
me,
challenging. Yep.
yeah, let me
I
just
think
come
I
up with
think
this
I think they have
discussion.
a fabric or cable there in our country, but I don't know what's happening still with the network. I mean,
It's never bad. Actually, it's very
yeah,
bad.
it's
Yeah.
so
Okay.
bad. And
Can
Yeah.
I come in now?
it been raining a lot in recent days.
Yeah. All right.
Can I come in?
So, who want to come in?
All right. So let me just start a discussion like this regarding about a senator or political leader that went to sign today. I would say this clearly is just something that the ruling party just decided to inform National Election Commission because it happened during local election when they had an election there was cheating in the election and they when they did signing everything only because they know want violence and everything. I call that one scam. It's a scam. So the ruling party know exactly what they're doing because they don't want any violence. They don't want any noise coming up from we the young people because we're not going to take anything when it comes to cheating. We that's what we're working very hard as a young person for Joseph Boycott. We're doing our possible best and trying hard that Joseph Boycott will be the next president for Liberia. So that signing that went in on doing today is just a scam. Okay, you know what, let's just do this in order for for them to say, okay, yeah, we do something, there will be no violence, there will be nothing. But at the end, when anything go wrong, when they cheat, they will say, hey, remember we did this signing. We remember we all agree, no violence. We all agree when anything come up, we should agree with the result, whatsoever result come up. So we just, for we the young people that clearly understand the scam factor of all those things that we're doing, we still not believe in it. Yeah, for me, 100%, I still not believe in that signing they went doing today because they did it first. The election that were had, the by-election that were had in Lofa County, they went on that same signing. And what happened? Cheating came out and we couldn't do anything because our leaders signed. They agreed, they made an agreement that, hey, when anything, whatsoever result we get, that's it. So that's that's the discussion. That's why I really want to bring on for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
Let me
much.
come
I
in.
come in. Yeah. And but like, if I may ask, so what the mechanism like? You think within your own mind, your understanding, the Unity Party, officials or the pool washers, you think what they can put in place to stop the incumbent for rigging this election?
All right. So what we advised and what we're planning to do. Thank you for that. We're trying to get more pool washers. That's what we're working beyond the scene to make sure our pool washers be paid because remember that those people right now in power they get money. They're doing anything. They can even our own pool washer can be brave. So once you get a little hundred, like, my man, you know what, let's do this. But we're encouraging all community dwellers, if you are for, Joseph Barker and you want change for Liberia, we're
Hmm.
encouraging everyone to be their own pool washers at night. You can, if you live closer to any or whatever place is going to be voting, it happened once. I think during education time, people were right. People say, "I vote. I'm not leaving from here. We're going to make sure everything be clean. We're going to make sure our chef be having, they get a pen and paper, and everything was smooth, and they fought and they did what they could do." So we encourage everyone that is for Joseph Burger community dwellers to be part of this team that we all can work together to make Joseph Burger because if we say we're looking on that signature, it's a fake signature signing. Everything is just a scam, like in order to reduce loss. But we're not going to hope and depend on it. We need to stand and work and ask our people out there to be their own pool washer.
Okay. Thank you for your input. Anybody want to add up to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Come on.
Joe, you go on. After Joe, then I will just chip in.
All right, Joe. Come on. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can come.
like my brother was saying, there's something that Joshua led government has done to prove to us that they have something in mind. Like for instance, when Joe Weah became president of Liberia, in less than a year, he started doing a lot of things that he had never done for himself in his entire life. And we, the opposition, had nothing to do with it. Like for instance, I was born on 11th Street. I grew up from there. I know Church we have place at 9th Street. That place was like a kind of a deformed building. This guy, when he became president, he just out of sudden he just broke down that place and built a bulletproof mansion there. We, the opposition, had nothing to say about that. Then later he started being all those 49 horse unit and display rehab, Marshall, and then this other place that the Kennedy Resort. The Jamaica Resort. We had nothing to say. And then this man left from Liberia. He went to this player to Qatar. He spent 48 days. He came out. He came back to Liberia. We, the opposition, said nothing. He went to the Farmington declaration signing. He left there. He started fighting someone. He's the president of the country. He's breaking all the laws, the laws, and he doesn't go by agreement. So we, the opposition, have to be on our alert this time around. The signature those guys going to put over there, we don't just have to say, also we have signed this. No, there must be a condition. You understand? So, like for instance, the Ulufa election, I had a brother who went there as a let's say as a pool washer for the JMB, and the money that was given to him today, he's not a money changer in Morovia because he earned a lot from Thomas Fala, which of course it was bad. So the solution we have here is we, the opposition, we should have committed people who are there for the cause. You understand? Not someone say, I want to be pool washer. You just pick up the person. Like what happened in Lofa. The guys went over there and Tamafala gave some money to them and they were okay. They just sold the vote. You understand? So this time around, we have to have committed people who are there for the cause, not just to go and enrich themselves or to get something like $200, $300, and then we start suffering again. This time around, we have to fight hard to make sure at least to rescue our people. You understand? Yeah. So we cannot just let any pool wash up. That's my only tip on this topic.
All right, thank you. And Thomas, you can come in.
Yeah, thank you very much, Moba and the rest of the panelists. With reference to what Morris started, and in addition to Joe, first and foremost, let's take into consideration.
Give me 1 minute. Next thing we just when you went end off, I try to balance it and bring a topic on what on our mind, and later on we came up with a topic about the election rigging, so that what we on and what it mentioned the opposition can put together to make sure they protect their vote, and so that the topic we on. I just want to get your hands up,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks a whole lot. Yeah. Sorry, I had connection problems. So
I know. I told a minute. All right, Thomas, go.
Yeah, you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Like I was saying, the signatures being effects today or yesterday, for me, I consider to be unnecessary in the sense wherein most of those guys, if we are going to find a pool for us, we need to find the committed ones who are willing, the passion, and the loyal ones. Because when you look at the various and categories of which I have just mentioned, in our contemporary society, Liberia has been doomed or is doomed under this current leadership. They will come up with a lot of empty promises. So this is where initially I lay emphasis on the awareness, education needs to be carried on. We will raise the funds, but then we need to educate our pool washers. We need to give them a strong mandate. We need to find out first and foremost who are in full readiness, commitment to the work. At some point, I may know Nelson, I may know Moba. Moba would be head of this polling precinct. He will come up with $5 at the time. I'm elected to tell my integrity. There you wouldn't have no commitment there. You wouldn't have, Moba.
No, you are talking to Nelson. Nelson, the same.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, you wouldn't have no commitment being really put into place because of my integrity being sold for little or nothing. If we are to put our heads together in rescuing this country, these are some of the measures that we need to take and put strong into place. Because let's go back to some years back.
Mhm.
At this point in time, there's been or there will be a lot of empty and flimsy promises that will come up. People will tell you, say, when you put me back, I will do this. And in Liberia, I re-emphasize our contemporary society. You can barely find one meal per day for people to eat. People go to bed very, very hungry. If the opposition wants to have their mission and their goal to say, let's kick the nightmare off, trust me, our pool washers will need to carry a lot of education. There are more work to be done. We have started this, and in the course of the struggle, the people and the work will certainly continue. So I will hold on for a while as we go around the
Yeah.
table, and then we will certainly add up. Great minds think
Okay.
alike.
Okay. So we're gonna have more people coming in.
Right.
But we will conclude with you here, the first batch, and we can get the next batch of people coming in. But sorry, I went off at some point. Where were we? From you, Thomas. Where are we supposed to go?
It's not Godwin.
Going.
Godwin?
Yeah.
Okay. So Godwin, you can go ahead. You are muted, Godwin.
Godwin, you are muted.
Uh,
Apparently his a network suck.
yeah, it's like he has a connection problem. So now with that point you just made, let's take a look at this video. Now today at the this ceremony at the National Elections Commission, the chairman of the Unity Party says something very important. Now what he said, I'm going to get that video uploaded shortly, but it's quite similar to what Senator Kuhn said in this video. I want us to take a look at this. Then we'll come back to you guys.
Today, the party, the campaign headquarters is open. You have to keep it busy. Yeah? Every day we got to do something here, right? Yes. This election, the government is campaigning for us. Yes. Every day, the government put more Liberian dollar up and the rate go up. The government is campaigning for us. Every time the price of rice go up, the government is campaigning for us. Yes. Every time the speaker, the deputy speaker, the protest, the president pass through Cote d'Ivoire to go to the southeast, the government is campaigning for us. So we won this election. All we need to do is to man our ballot. And that's why the Rescue Alliance, through Ambassador Boycott, have instructed the chairman of the Unity Party and all other party chairs to write neck and inform our international partners that this election result, we want the result to be announced by electoral district. We want no 3,000 votes being checked and somebody get 30%. No, we don't want it. If we got 800 plus representative candidates, and the National Electoral Commission will need them one in a district, there are 20 presidential candidates. And even you need me 5 of them at the first top runner. In our heart, in that's the 3 districts, right? Yeah. So we are writing back and we'll be waiting for their response. We'll take nothing from them. Then announcing the election result by electoral districts.
There you have it. Senator Kuhn. Now, what he said in this video you just watched is very similar to what the chairman said today at the National Elections Commission headquarters when they went again to commit themselves to a violent free election. But why do we have this message coming over and over and again? Is it that those political leaders do not trust the NEC, or is this coming from a backdrop that the CDC is the ruling establishment and they were the one in power, and maybe the opposition community is just maybe having a little bit of fear that they could tamper with something? What do you guys think? Let me start with you, Morba. You are muted. You are muted.
Got it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
So, it's clear, it's written on the wall. More especially when it comes to election result in Africa, the incumbent, they always manipulate the result. They want to leave power easily. The incumbent and the surrogate that are around him, they don't want to leave power easily. So what they can do, or what they will do, the first thing they will start targeting the first people, the people who working in the election commission offices. That's where they will start targeting the Tata people. So the measure got to be going over and over, because we see power play coming in. You go or you come, the election will not be free and fair. But the only thing that can make it free and fair, if the opposition, for competent people with a mind, people with a heart, people that say, you know what, you can bring up millions of dollars, won't want it but one Liberia.
Yep.
You understand? That's the only way. And I came up with something. The last time I test Mo were talking, and something that came to my mind. All the people that will be from UP in our place to that polling station, all of them should get camera. They should have they should have camera with them when it comes to the counting. If they can go live, they must go live. If they can go live, they must do that or how you call it, or recording secretly, and they will hear what all they're doing. Let them do it, because we want accountability, we want transparency. That the only way the election, if the election go on in the incumbent way, in Jordan way, that's fine, but it should be transparent. Let the people decide. So the measure got to be going. Let the people speak, send the message to the government, to the ruling party, because they don't want to get the police, they get the army, everything. So the measure got to go. And I'm a comment our incoming vice senator bearer for coming out like that. Thank you for giving me the time.
Okay, so yes, Freeman, Maurice, you want to go?
All right. Thank you, my brother Nezzy. Let me just say this. This election is one of the best elections ever. When to see young people made up their mind. When young people tired, during those days we need to protest. We will go protest every time. But now our mind is well built that we're not going to protest no more. We're coming with more strategies that we can make sure that Joseph Norman Baca be the president and Jeremiah Kuhn be the vice president. When it comes to election commission, we're not 100% satisfied with that. We not believe in them. We don't trust them. Even the vice chair for election commission, he's a Syrian. And he makes sure he going from county to county. He running his own campaign on the ground. Who told you that we don't know? We know all those things. And
but Maurice, let me hold you there. If those opposition political leaders are not,
I think a lot is sign, right?
Floor sign.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So
I got him.
Yeah, sure. So if those political leaders are not pleased, they don't trust the National Elections Commission, why do you think they are also in the business of affixing their signature to a violent free election, peaceful, transparent election, and all of that from the Family River Declaration? And today we had another occasion where they also affixed their signature.
Colette. Joseph Baca, he's a peaceful man. He don't love trouble, right? So let me tell you, Colette, sometimes I would say I don't trust you, but it doesn't mean that I can't be friends with you. I'm friends with you, but I still don't trust you. I have to be watchful and mindful with you. But going there to sign it, he's a peaceful man. He told everybody, hey, Unity Party, they came out together. They agreed. Nobody can agree. Yeah, let's go sign it. but that does not give them the right to say they're going to sleep. They are not going to sleep. They are going. They are working on the ground. So the only thing we told them, like recently when in a meeting, I was opportune to be in a group meeting with them, and my suggestion was, even in the great United States, they have a camera to Vera Putin's era, where people can be from home and seeing the counting of the vote. So if the opposition can come up with that suggestion where every journalist can be in that hall after the vote, make sure camera in that hall, light should be in that hall, people should be outside, and we count the vote one by one, district by district, county by county, town by town, like that, we're going to be successful. But if we sit and say, oh, election commission will do everything, let that wait for ECOWAS, they will international find out they are listening. We're not going to trust anybody right now. Our trust should be ourselves. We need to open our eyes, shine our eyes, and make sure Joseph Baga win. That's the only thing I got to say tonight.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's come to you, Joe.
Yeah, we all know that our national election commissioner chairman has a credibility problem. Like for instance, the last time she was about to go to jail, and another person who have a credibility problem, who is my own brother and uncle, Musa Belete, went out there to go and save her from going to jail. So take her bond. So we got record on them. You understand? So there's no way, there's no political leader that is from the opposition bloc that will say they believe, or they trust the election commission. But right now we cannot oppose them, because when we oppose them, then there will be a problem. So what we can only do is we can sign this thing, but we don't need to forget about educating our people. Our people need real voter education. You understand? And also how to protect our vote. You understand? We teach them how to protect our vote and stuff like that. But for the election commission, nobody trusts them, because if anybody can liaise themselves with Musa Belete, you should know what's up. And also that generator stuff, where a generator that you can buy 1,000, then you go say you buy it for 180,000. Then how can we trust you again?
Okay.
You understand? So all that kind of stuff. So we don't believe them.
Thank you very much. Let's conclude with you, Thomas.
Okay, Nelson, thank you, and the rest of the colleagues. Well, you see, it speaks volume, and there have been clear indications to just add up what my colleagues have said. First and foremost, we raise a lot of alarm and concerns with the NEC chair, Director Brown Lassana. If we all can record about the cleaning of the final voter roll registration, they came out to play a whole lot of games on it. They could not come out to the public to give us the reason why they cannot clean the FRR or something. That's one. And with that, it raises a concern. The first and the second are all staunch citizens. The floor sign man, he was one of those we all know the records are around who helped to manipulate the past elections. Now we go out to the Supreme Court bench. You see, this is the game plan that we always should open our eyes. The elections now is going to be very, very tough. If for any reason, if we don't bring this out and have them informed that we have not forgotten, we go out there. If we go back to election commission, when they send us to the Supreme Court, automatically they falls under the same chain of Georgia. And where are we going to go? The ruling is going to go back, or NEC has come up with their ruling. It's just going to be a formality. That's what we experienced in 2017. So, like the brother Joe said, Morris and Mobile, there needs to be carried a robust awareness. We need to carry on a robust awareness. We need to secure our votes. Even if we're going to mount a camera in all of these polling precinct, at the end of the day, an eye for an eye to every count of those ballots. Like the Vice Senator JKK said, every electoral district, if they are going to count the result, automatically it gives you and myself transparency. Electoral district 1, they count 6%, 10%. It gives us where we stand. It shows transparency. And this election is a prelude to a true and final beginning or restart for democracy in our country. We should not take these elections very light. Those guys are going to fight us. And with ourselves, we need to tell them, say enough is enough by going through the rightful era. If we put all of our acts together with that, our Q's, our R, everything, trust us, we are going to be victorious. And I will hold on for the next topic.
Okay, thank you very much. Moba, you want to add anything before we bring the next basher?
Yeah, like my colleagues have said it all. That all we can do, we make sure we straighten the camp, which is the GMB camp, the people that will be to the police center that day, we make sure we energize them, to be very attentive.
Yep.
2 persons to one place. 2 persons, if you want to go use the bathroom, that man lead there. And we'll make sure those people, and we'll tell them, gentle guys, that you already know the situation. That's how we want it to be. We want this election, but we can't get the election without your sacrificing your ego for the future of our nation.
Okay.
So that's it. I agree with my colleagues, and we look forward, and we'll make sure we will get in contact with the hierarchy from the UP and share ideas with them as well.
Okay, so thank you very much, Moba. So we will. I hope I can have some of the guys from the CDC.
Let it come on. But we want people to come. The CDC, the ANC,
is it all United Party people up here? Is it all United Party here?
They can't come.
No, that's it.
We want to have the guys from the ANC from that.
They are fair.
To take
the problem, they don't have any campaign message right now.
I see Jayu, Sandy.
They don't have.
I'm bringing you on now. I'm also bringing George
We
down.
are going to be with them according to how they perform.
And who else? I'm bringing Roland Freeman.
Bring them on.
And I'm bringing Godwin back. Yes, I'm bringing Godwin
Since
back
we are
as
in
well.
the members here,
So
let us just be with them intellectually. We're going to hear them, whatever they will say. Mother will engage.
All right.
Morris will engage.
All right.
Joe will engage.
Yeah, Nelson left and he will be back. I think that the network issue again.
Yeah.
So our next topic, anybody can come up with like anything on your mind for the second topic so we can discuss it, because we are discussing the election, fraud in the election and our protection to protect every police center. And we are discussing, and then we can also discuss how the government, we can the comparison between why we should kick the CDC government out and bring the Unity Party in. So we can also discuss that and do the comparison and see and discuss the issues what Unity Party is bringing to the table that CDC has squandered. What Unity Party can bring and change the narrative of our the living condition of our people, and the education sector, the healthcare, and the roads and other stuff. So we're gonna start with him. Okay, he back.
Okay, so before he can come over.
He back. Yeah, he can take one now.
Is it that the guys were not able to come on? The guys
No, they come on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the people will not come back.
The people will not come. Yeah, I'm watching the show now. I'm not texting.
Okay, let me bring them on. I'm bringing Godwin. I'm bringing Roland Freeman.
Thank you, Nelson.
I'm bringing.
I mean, share the show. You share it. At least I
Color.
already share mine. Yeah.
Okay, I'm bringing George down, and I'm bringing Jalayu on as well.
Okay,
So
sounds
that's what
good.
we can do it like
Oh, but
this.
you got CDC, man.
No, that
Who the
ANC,
city?
Yeah,
yeah.
I want some civilians to come on.
Say that ANC,
That
man.
what I want.
No,
I
I
yes,
want
want the
CDC,
ANC
man.
there's an
guys to
They
come.
ANC.
sleeping, man. They sleeping. They sleeping. They sleeping. They sleeping.
There's an ANC person right here.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the ANC person? Where's the ANC person?
Auxiliary CDC.
SB,
The,
SB,
the
that ANC.
gentleman, the gentleman on the side, he was here last night from the ANC.
SB, that ANC,
Okay,
man.
Godwin, right?
No. I'm a Unity
SB.
Party supporter.
But me call you Nina, don't be afraid.
Nelson.
I'm a JMB supporter.
Okay, so let's start with Jalayu first.
Yes, gentlemen, good evening, good morning to some of you. I heard some of
Let's
you
do
are
your intro.
okay. I will do my intro quick. And
Good morning or good evening. Where you at?
yeah, Nelson, what you were saying something?
Yes, I was saying just do your intro and tell us what's on your mind.
Good. Well, good evening. It's good to be here again. And yes, I am supporting Arizona Comics. So all the UP people making noise here tonight, I'm here for you guys.
Okay.
But what is on my mind to start?
You
Well,
alone?
I mean, one bullet can fly, you will see. But what is on my mind here to start with? I want to also recognize and appreciate the Liberia National Police that were able to find that little boy and turn him over to his family. Let's give recognition to where recognition belongs. So I want to say thank to the Liberia National Police. The issue of folks that I on sanctions should not contest that was flagged earlier. I also want to share my thought on that. I mean, it's a good thing that the that group came up to say let those people not contest. But I must be honest that it's too late.
I mean, this is intro.
Well, you mean this is intro, but it's too late.
Nah,
So yes, so just the youth people, these Joe Baga people will not allow me to talk. So let me end it right here. We address the issues.
Okay, yeah. So you
Man,
want
this
to
short
all
and
the
sweet,
delay
my
the
man.
man was turn out there for the minute to come in and they'll be scratching here.
But Nelson, you should be fair tonight. I think I'm the only person here that is on
No, listen.
on the other end.
I'll be
Yeah,
very
man,
fair.
to come.
Morgan and I will
So
try
all
to
the
be
guys
very
there,
Quiet
just give them
minute. Quiet minute.
30
No,
seconds,
today,
30
but
seconds
neutral.
each.
I'll be
They
neutral
give me
today.
3
I'll be
minutes at a
neutral.
time.
Tell a minute test. Let it come.
I'm neutral today.
Okay,
Me and
so
Nelson will be neutral. I know.
You
I'm
neutral
neutral.
my
We got
phone.
it. I had
Neutral
16
what?
votes now, so I'm neutral.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Let's
So
go.
Josh, go ahead.
Okay, gentlemen. Before I go ahead, I will ask that everybody please mute themselves. I'm getting the feedback.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
everybody
You're right.
please mute yourself. I'm getting a terrible feedback. I'm George Down. I'm from Minnesota. I'm a registered voter. I'm going to volunteer to be one of the pool watchers for JMB. Um, what is on my mind right now for my intros? I would say congratulations to Bafana and the Super Eagles for advancing to the next stage in the FIFA Women's World Cup. And we also had a halo in Liberia today. I know most people say it's some spiritual thing. It's not
Yeah.
spiritual. It's not spiritual. Yeah, I didn't hear you guys talking about it. It's something that happened naturally. And if you study science, you would know the background of halo. It happens all over the world at a certain point in time. And to deviate a little bit to
The light over Anthony's head, reminds me of the halo you're just talking about.
yeah, and to dive in straight to politics. Um, I'm one of the individuals who don't like to discuss current event or current issues because these things has been the problems has been happening since the beginning of this taboo that we call government. Let's look at the RIA rule. Nelson, do you have any update on the RIA rule? Let's look at the cynical the Ganta the Ganta cynical rule. Let's look at the Ganta to Sekipie a rule. Let's look at the Grand Julia rule. Nothing has happened.
Intro.
Yeah. I'm just touching. I'm just touching. Don't worry. I'm just touching. So, with our country being at this place at this time, I feel it's necessary that we need a change, and we are going to make a change, and we are going to have a change. Thank you.
Okay. So Anthony, go ahead quickly. You have to position your camera so that we can see your face. We've only seen the light up, but we're not seeing your face.
Wow. Happy to be
That's
here.
the son of Miami.
Okay,
okay,
Miami.
that is
But myself in Miami now, position my camera in Miami.
okay. Good morning to the panelists. This is Anthony Kurwa speaking from Johnsonville, Lower Johnsonville. But my intro will be looking at the arrest of Vivian.
Anthony, I'm sorry. Maybe you can go back and come back on that we just seen the light is not really okay. So you can just go off and reposition, then we can bring it back. Sorry. Roland, go ahead, sir.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you to the panelists on here. I'll join you from Columbus, Ohio. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you're clear.
Yeah. So there are a few things I would like to talk about. One, the inter religion or religion individuals from my giving that put out a statement saying that the citizens should not vote for sanctioned officials. I would like to talk about the issue of justice for Naomi and Vivian situation in Nema County, and also with the ACC nomination process that is being placed on hold. I would like to talk about those three things when we dive into the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So finally, let's take Jawolo Cooper. Did I get the name right?
You mute.
Yes, you did very well. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Tell us your name and where you joined the conversation from.
I'm Jawolo Cooper. I live in Maryland, United States.
Okay. So which party do you represent here?
Of course, the rescue team, TNB.
The rescue men here to know.
Yeah, of course, that's the right way to go.
Sandy, you in a tough zone tonight.
Hard zone.
Okay, so very quick, I see a lot of people are trying to come on too. So I just want us to zero in on the conversation with everyone we have here. Then we can bring new batch of people in. Maybe we'll have Jalayu, Cindy staying on because he's the only ANC mayor and so forth. But let's start with you, Godwin. I think you were on initially and then you went off. So we just want you to lend your thoughts on some of the issues we're looking at, and then we'll move to the rest of the panelists.
Yeah. Good morning, good evening, guys. Depending on your location, and I think I had a WhatsApp call from Liberia broadly. That's my system. How to log in back. And as it relates to the elections in October of 2023 this year, we in the current year, I think the CDC government needs to go out. They have done nothing good for the country, but a total mess, a total reverse of our country. And looking at the election coming up, there was some agreement or bilateral agreement signed by political parties, party leaders, what have you, and stakeholders. And I think those agreements, I think they are just mere joke and just something that is being put on paper. But my thought is that the parties need to be very robust as it relates to the opposition. They have to be very robust in making sure that our ballots or those ballots will be highly protected and that the opposition need to tighten its grips at every pool washer to make sure in making sure that ballots will be protected because we are hearing a lot of stuff going on that the ruling establishment are in the making to rig those elections. And I don't think so. That would be the right trajectory or that would be the right path for them or for our emerging democracy. So we are calling on the opposition parties, especially for the rescue train, the leading opposition political party, to tighten its grips at every police station, making sure that pool watchers are well paid and well protected, and making sure that the ballots are well protected and we can have a free and fair election. But anything other than that, if the ruling establishment want to make any attempt to rig those elections, that would not be a good sign for Liberia. And I think anything that will occur on the contrary, Joshua and his gangs of thieves will be held responsible. That's my thought.
Nelson, do you mind if I just go and then give
Okay.
for
Yeah,
somebody?
yeah. I think that's it. The network giving him problem, so I
Yeah,
will take over
yeah.
until he come back. Yeah, he coming back on. He coming back on. So George, you say what you want? You say you want to come
Let me
in?
let me let me just go and give
Okay.
somebody space.
All right. All right. No problem.
I see a lot of us out here talking about protecting our vote. The United Party need $1.6 million, United States dollars, for just pool washer for awareness, for training, for transportation, and for payment.
Mm.
And for payment, we have a means you can contribute towards pool washers. Now, being a pool washer doesn't mean that you can be an opposition or so, but you must share the same cause of the party.
Mm.
And some of us volunteering, some of us going, we are eligible voters. I am an eligible. Can somebody please mute the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm an eligible voter. I'm going to vote, and I'm pledging my support on a pro bono basis to protect our vote. I will encourage our members, our supporters, people of the allowance to please financially support the cause. We cannot stay in America, stay in the diaspora, stay wherever we are, and say we want our vote to be protected, and we cannot financially, protect the cause. So that's just my plea. I know that there's a whole lot of people that want to come on, and in majority, we are a lot of Unity Party supporters here. So I'm not gonna stay here and be buttressing each other. So I thank you for the platform, and you guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you for your
Thank you
talk, man.
very much. Thank you very much. So
Have
I,
a
I
good
think
night.
I think
George.
it'll be okay. We do it like this,
Oh yeah.
man. So let's take rolling. Rolling, go ahead.
All right, thank you. So I just want to quickly re-echo what my brother said concerning making our contribution, whether it was volunteering to serve in any of the capacity to make sure that the elections is, our votes and that, the process is transparent and is well monitored. But the website is out there. I have also donated to that website and it's very secure. It's okay. It's www.joebuakai.com, and you can go there and make whatever payments that you feel necessary. But again, we have to financially support the cause to change the way our country is currently being, run. So let me quickly get to a few things that I listed earlier in my intro. uh, when we talk about justice in Liberia, I'm struggling to understand when a victim, when somebody is victimized and then the perpetrators is on the other side and the victim say, okay, I forgive this person. You can have a goodwill to forgive somebody, but when you commit a crime in a country, you commit that crime against the person and the state. So even if I say I forgave you as a person, the state, that is the government or the court, still have to
Okay,
prosecute you for the
it
crime
must
you committed.
thank you for yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, they still have to prosecute you for the crime you committed, so that it will serve as a deterrent for those in the future that they shouldn't commit the same crime as well. So I think the issue with Vivian's and Naomi's situation in Nema, I heard from the father, he said that if Vivian comes and apologizes, he will forgive her. And I said, okay, it's good to forgive her. But she also has to pay the price for committing a crime, because that was clearly an attempted murder. I'm not a lawyer though, but you can see how severe the crime was committed or how the crime was committed, and you can determine whether the person did certain thing. And I think, in my mind, in my opinion, that was clearly an attempted murder, because she deliberately locked the door. She set her phone on to witness what you're gonna do to her. She carried a scissor on her side to kill her with it. She she overpowered her. She grabbed her hair, pulled her hair, that could even cause brain damage to her. So that was clearly an attempted murder on Vivian part. And I think the law should be should be straight. They should deal with her and let her pay the actual price for her action, so that the other women will not do the same thing in the future.
Okay.
So just okay. You want me to continue? It's okay. It's just a minute.
Okay, just conclude on the last one. Yeah, so
So
we
the
can
last one, I just want to quickly conclude on the press conference or the release made by the interreligious ministry or ministerial, whatever
no,
you may
a
call it,
cross section. They call themselves a cross section of Christians.
a
Yeah,
cross section of Christians in my giving.
yeah, in
Okay,
my
let's look at the time to elections that the cross sections of Christians are coming out to make this press statement. Since Mangio was being sanctioned or released from his post in government, it's been more than 6 months. Why have they not come out and said these things or educate their citizens against voting for these people? Mangio was just being certificated to contest in the elections. Mangio have had several, press conferences, gatherings, campaign messages, campaigning all over in my Gibby. They have been there, they have seen it, they know about it. Why have they not said something? Why are Liberians so wicked to themselves? Why will we sit down and allow our people to get into a hole we know that it's not good? Why these Christian leaders did not, tell their people long time ago that, hey, do not campaign or do not vote for these people? Why now? But it's okay. What we are seeing is that even if Mangel go and hide behind the legislature, we will use the constitution and the law to bring them out from there and still prosecute them if they are investigated and found guilty based on the allegations from the American government. That punishment they will still have to bear it if they
are
get
you
into
are
the
you
legislature. Uh-huh.
are you predicting another Brandon Samukai situation here? That is if Miguel wins.
Well, I am not using the preposition phrase if, because I know for sure that Ambassador Joseph Jima Boakai will be elected. And so I say when he wins the elections, we will set up a commission, we will investigate those people, and we'll make sure that they will pay the price for everything they have done in our country.
Okay, thank you. But why are you saying that? I want you to watch this.
Uh-huh.
Watch this. Yes, let's take a look.
Nobody will win in Magidi. Why you have to say so? Ponovalo? Ponovalo? How you call it, man? Ponovalo. Ponovalo? What do you mean? There's an organization in Bena community now. He's a member of that organization. And we all vote.
No man can win Magidi in Magidi country. Nobody. Because even me, I eat father for Maggie. I know Maggie.
I know he said.
But I voted for Maggie because I like how Maggie can use money.
But what about how you call it community?
Ngenga.
Yeah. Ngenga community. What is it, Bobby?
Original Buddha. I said, Mange, no mask for Mange. And I was stand in front of Mange like that. I said, open corridor for Mange. Mange, I won't.
But all the guy, all Canada, the guy, Yabuya.
We are. He wait water. Then one for the water to overflow.
Okay, so there you have it.
Yeah, but listen, Nelson, Nelson,
Nah.
can I just throw in something quickly?
I mean, your time finish, yo. So maybe you want
Okay,
borrow somebody time. You want borrow call win time. You want...
just 30 seconds, please.
30
Uh,
seconds. Right.
okay. So you see right there, what Mange have done in my giving is he used cash violence on the people, and he has succeeded. Okay. You and I know the Mike Gibby situation, the Firestone situation. People live over there, they work for Firestone for many years. They could not even make $25 per month. And so Mangio is using our own resources to violate the right of our people, to make them vote for him. And that is okay,
Okay.
because you know why they are
Thank you.
ignorant. But we are saying that even if he hide behind the legislature, we will still make sure we will use the law and bring him back to court and we'll prosecute him.
Thank you very much. So let's move to Godwin. From Godwin, we'll go
Yeah,
to
guys,
yeah.
listen to Roland and Roland giving his thoughts. I think Liberians we lost suffering and hard time. I'm shaking my head seeing those people vouching out for Nathaniel Magay that he's the right man to lead them in the national legislature. It's very much shocking. Can you imagine? A man who has been sanctioned internationally and nobody should do business with Nathaniel Magay or those that have been sanctioned. And then you see the same very Liberians who are crying that the country is hard, things are hard, putting their necks on the chopping board for Nathaniel Magay, that he's the right man to lead them. I mean, I don't blame them. As Nelson said, it's caste violence. And let's see whether Nathaniel Magay and those other guys, they'll travel, will succeed to go to the legislature and whether they will be certificated and taking their seat. And I think the scenario of Brandon Samika, if Liberians are really serious for change, that same scenario can be applied to Magay and the other guy who will be elected to the national legislature. It's sadly to note that our people will be voting for those people. And as it relates to the issue of Naomi and Vivian, I mean, the police have done extremely well arresting Vivian, but we are yet to see the culprits or the kidnappers of the three missing boys. Why is the police not still working in making sure that the three missing boys are brought forth to their parents?
Because Pete can behind it.
Okay. So
that's
thank
my
you.
thought.
Thank you very much. So we'll go to you, Cooper. You've been holding on so long. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, this is my first time on the platform. Thank you for allowing me to be on your show. There are a lot of issues you have touched on, and I would just pick one that is important to me. It's the issue of election rigging. How have you planned to put in place to make sure the ballots boxes that come in are empty, not loaded? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, yes, sir. Go ahead. You like?
Good, thank you. That's my main concern. How sure will the election commission make sure those ballot boxes come in empty, viewed by the selected poll watchers, and closed up and locked up with no key in anybody's pocket? Is that a plan? I don't know. Can anybody tell me something, please?
Yeah.
I think that's a very good question because in the midst of everything that is happening, all we hear from the opposition political leaders is that they will protect their vote. They should come up to protect their votes. But I think it goes beyond just saying it. It goes beyond just saying it. What is the mechanism you put in
Okay.
place? And
So
what's
yeah,
the
let me,
sophistication and all of that?
yeah, let me just come in
Okay,
quickly.
you have 30 seconds quickly.
Yeah, so regarding about that, we have boycott and comments, diaspora, young people. We have a group set within the various, let us say the various states. So we have a group and we putting a little thing together. Like everybody tax themselves. We putting money together for pool washers. And we're making sure some people volunteer themselves. They go in Liberia. They are voting and they volunteer themselves to be a pool washer as well. And we're also doing a digital, planning where we're going to have something set up that we, going to monitor everything when it comes to the digital side. So we're trying our best. We're working as young people within the diaspora. We're having some, little thing that we're putting together in order to make sure that we win this election.
Hmm. I think we need to ask the Phoenix man the same question because
Uh, Nicely, can I just address that man concern a little bit on our
That
Is
SB Kanye, man.
is it a unity party show?
That SB
Well,
Kanye.
from my end, it's not.
Mama, we need a number of the CDC men to come on
No,
to.
we'll bring CDC man. CDC man won't
Well,
come.
from
We'll
my
come.
end, it's not only. Are you hearing me? It's not only unity party.
Mhm.
It's concern of everybody, all participant in the election, whether it's the opposition or unity party, whether it's any other candidate that has a legitimate registered party to participate in the election. My question had not been answered appropriately.
uh,
I asked the question, what mechanism you have in place that makes sure those ballots that leave from the election commission to the polling places are in fact empty with no padding behind it. That is, stuffed with ballot that are pre-marked. Let's look at the registration I've been hearing. Uh, Registering people, I don't know how genuine that is of honor age, but I don't want to take the time of the panel.
Mhm.
But that is the question that is really present on my part.
Okay. Which is a very important question,
um,
and I don't think anyone here has been able to answer
No,
that question.
no,
no.
Nelson, can I just talk
Let me
about it in
come
a
in.
minute? Give me 30
Let me
seconds,
come in.
please.
All
Tell
right.
us who tell us going you won't borrow
No,
that.
nobody borrowing 30 seconds. With no,
Okay, really go ahead.
yeah, with no,
No,
nobody
Mama, you
borrowing 30
wanted to
seconds.
say something? Let
no,
Yeah,
Mama
yeah,
go
yeah. I
ahead
wanted
first.
to
no.
maybe.
On I see election issue, I'm just want to get quick clarification or recommendations.
Okay, let's hear you.
So basically, let me just say this. Okay, the question the gentleman is asking is not about it's not for a specific political party. It's for every one of us. But
Mhm.
I personally, from my own experience, I have worked for almost 4 years for the Franklin County Board of Elections here. I
Mhm.
work as a machine judge. If I August 8th, I'll be going to another polling places. I work as a machine judge. Usually, at that polling place, they will ask for which party you represent. There is always a balance. At the end of the day, when you're finished counting everything in our building, there has to be two political parties, transporting that ballot, one from this side, one from this side. You sit in a car together until you reach to that very center and hand
Mhm.
deliver everything to the election magistrate at that center. So I think maybe we can recommend to the Unity Party to begin to look into that and see if they have put into place those mechanisms, because it is very, very, very important in the safeguard of the ballot and the process to a transparent elections.
Okay, Mama, you wanted to say
Yeah, yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that's the reason why we are trying to put in resources because all he said it can be done with our resources. You need people that like you will be able to like getting something that they will not be like nobody will just come in and say, okay, you know what, that will manipulate the result. No. So the resources that we putting together, it will be able to fund all those people who will be there and will be well focused and people that will trust. You see, the other brother just came on, he left. They call him Josh. He said he will be there. In America, yeah, he said he will be there. He will be at the pooling center, and he will make sure where he will be manning a pool. I mean, when you be at that pooling center, his body will be kind. He will mark it, and then he will transport whatsoever the carrying, he will go there. So all we're doing, or what all the United Party people doing, about we're raising funds from all over, so we can be able to get all those things in place. Without funding, we cannot. We can't make it without funding. Yeah.
Hey, big brother, I'm part of that agenda, the fundraising.
Thank you.
I'm in it.
Okay, I want to.
But
Can I get 30 seconds,
Yeah, yeah,
please?
yeah, yeah. Let him learn. Let him learn his thought. Yeah.
but actually, I have not been in Liberia election voting process. We are talking about ballot boxes,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
We do in the United States. We do computer voting. I don't know how you guys do it over there. I know it's a bunch of boxes to put around
Oh
different
yeah.
area
Boxes. You go and mark your paper, put it in the
and
box.
put it and
At the
put
end
it
of
in
the
it.
day, they
Uh-huh.
count it, they put it in a same box, and carry to
Okay.
the National Elections Commission.
Okay.
They carry their report and everything. So it's about boxes, physical boxes.
Thank you, sister. That come back to my question. How sure are the participant in the election know that that box is empty before they put it up for you to put your ballot in it? Are they padded before they come in? Because people, I don't want to say it, people may be bought from higher up and say it's okay. Is there, I mean, the question I'm asking, is there a way that they can make sure the voting boxes are empty before they put it up there for people to start casting their vote? Because I can pad the ballot if I'm in charge. But
So
before they put it there, it should be open and let the poll watcher look in it and say, yes, it look empty,
that
provided there's not a secret compartment under there.
that's part of the process. That's part of what they do at those
Okay.
different sectors. Yeah, it's
Oh,
part of the
okay. I'm happy with the answer now.
yeah. Um.
Uh,
So
Yes, I
what
wanted
about
to.
you? I mean,
Hello?
I wanted us to conclude with this batch so we can
Yeah,
bring the back to
and go
people.
on different topic.
Uh, yeah. So I wanted us to conclude with this batch, and we'll bring the next batch of people in because I see a lot of people trying to join. Okay, no, some of them already got out. Yeah. Um, I see some of them already got out.
we'll
Yeah,
come back.
I can leave. I can leave and can bring somebody in.
So
No,
that's
no,
it.
no, no. They
Okay.
from what I see here, we still have spaces in studio. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I will just have to paste the link here in case somebody wants to come on. We can have up to 10 persons here. So we're not even up to 8 yet. So yeah, it's okay. So yes, Moba, you wanted to come in.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said we can. Everybody can conclude on the topic, and then we go to
Yeah, so we've
different
concluded on
topic.
this already.
Yeah.
No,
So
no, no. I haven't said a word on this topic.
Yeah, he asking.
I've been very patient. The UP people been going up and down.
okay. So go ahead then, Sandy. You can go
Thank,
ahead.
well, thank you. I think when it comes to the issue of protecting the ballot, it is a common denominator for all of the political party in this election.
Mhm.
This is one thing that we will all come together, work together, and ensure that our ballots are protected, and make sure that George Weah and his cartel of corrupt officials do not rig this election. If we can all mute ourselves, please. So we must ensure, we must work together, we must be united on the front when it comes to protecting the ballot. Now, experience is the best teacher. And we know from recent elections that the UP, the Unity Party, under the umbrella of Ambassador Boakai, failed to protect their ballot in the local election, it wasn't because they didn't have the money. They had the money, but they squandered the money. Their people, among themselves, the leader that they trusted in Lofa, ate the money, stole the money. We can use that word. So can we trust the same United Party to protect their ballot this time around? Maybe because it's a presidential election, they will put in more effort. But we know that us from the ANC side, we are very strong in the direction of hiring the right people to watch and monitor the ballots and monitor the elections. So let us work together. Let us work together and ensure that all of our folks that are going to be at those ballots, watching the ballots, are there, and that every police station result must be announced before the ballot can be transported.
Does the ANC have a history of protecting her ballot? Since you mentioned the
well, you know, the ANC has been in the elections, and we have had no record of corrupting our own funds, so that we can say. And we can point to the Unity Party that in recent time they corrupted their own funds, so that argument can be settled.
They corrupted their own funds.
They stole their own funds. They didn't give it to the pool washers, and that's how people.
How? Which instance are you talking about?
The local election, that 10,000 that was collected that should have been given to the pool washer, was all of that money was not given to the pool washer. You know that story. It was reported on Spoon. You know that story, Nelson.
No, listen.
I'm
here.
SB, I disagree with you on this matter here.
This is my time, yo. Yeah, hold on. Roland, be patient. Go ahead, Nelson.
Yeah, so yes, Roland is from the Unity Party. Maybe he wants to make clarity to that. Roland, did you guys take
No, listen, no, SB, we will not sit here and allow you, spit lies about the Unity Party in terms of the elections that was held in Lofa County. I know you are fully aware. You know the atmosphere, the cloud, the situation surrounding that whole elections in Lofa County. It was not about who watching money. It was about we try to maintain the peace in our country. You know that very well. So it was about we want stability in our country.
What happened to the pool
washers? The money was made available. There were pool washers everywhere. What happened was there was a rake of elections in Lofa County. You know that, and I know that. So we cannot sit here and say, oh, 10,000 was squandered, the reason why they put lots of elections in Lofa County. That is not true. Because Joe Boakai has been a peaceful man. He would have resisted the result of that elections. He said, no one single person blood will waste and spit on his hands. And so in every process of elections, he have maintained peace. And we are grateful. So this time around, we are going to stand our ground.
Freeman, we can agree. We can agree that Joe Boakai is a peaceful man. But Unity Partism on this same platform tonight admitted that his brother was bought during this Lofa election. The brother was a pool washer.
Please bring the tape so we can listen to it. Please bring the tape.
Let's bring a female in.
So let me continue. As these people talk here for a long time, give me a little bit of time. Let me jump on it.
My man, listen. Let me attack. We are when I attack our opposition.
We're talking about
I think something that the communist people forget to know that JMB is not your target. You understand?
We are talking about
is our target, right?
Strong point. We're talking about a topic that is very important.
Let's get this right.
We are not attacking JNB. We are attacking the process of monitoring our ballot.
No, but you are talking about 10,000 and then 70,000 got missing in the car. You said the driver took it and run away. Have you come up with clarification
who took the $70,000
Are you
in a car?
equating that to the topic
There
on
you
hand?
go.
Are you equating that to the topic on hand? We're talking
There you
about
No,
go.
you are talking about 10,000 was making in Lopa. And I'm telling you, I said the 7,000 that was making in the car.
10,000 that was
Let's welcome.
allocated.
My man.
10,000 that was allocated for
Nelson, please
Fuwaki.
take charge.
And we are on the issue of Fuwaki.
Hello.
No, but
Nelson, please take
okay.
charge.
70,000 was collected for our we attire rally, and that money got vanished. It was stolen.
Let's have a
Yeah, that has some decorums a little bit, man.
So can I have my 1 minute back, Nelson? Can I have my 1 minute back?
No, Sandy finish. Sandy, you finish.
Sandy can't finish.
Sandy exhausted at time.
No. These people attack me.
Attack Unity Party.
No, I will not attack Unity Party. Let's get on the topic.
Okay, you have just 30 seconds. 30
My man,
seconds.
1 minute, I beg you.
We can welcome the lone female on the show. Then we'll take few calls.
Another Unity Party is here, I can tell. But wait, let me go on the issues.
Oh yeah, Unity Party. Since 2005.
You'll be there with us severely. You're not
ready.
survive.
I prepare.
Please mute all the Unity Party people to me talk. On the
You're not
issue of my
survive.
girl. On the issue of my girl, right?
Yeah, on the issue of my girl. Yeah,
on the issue of my girl. I'm hearing the Unity Party people attacking. I'm not supporting my girl by any means. So let me make that very clear. I'm not a supporter of the CDC, and I'm not a supporter of my girl. My girl is sanctioned for corruption. And the United Party people are saying, well, he shouldn't contest. I agree, he shouldn't contest. If the law, if the Liberian law will have arrested that guy, found him guilty, well, he wouldn't have contested. And I agree, he shouldn't contest. But for the UP people to say that, oh well, they shouldn't contest because he was charged for corruption and he's on sanction for corruption, and you are in bed with Prince Johnson, who is also on sanction, and you're going to turn your back on Prince Johnson that has been sanctioned. Allow me to talk. That has been sanctioned by the
mentions before he requests for another 1 hour.
Another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds.
No, that ain't talk.
So
nobody can be 30 seconds yet.
You are in bed with Prince Johnson that was also sanctioned by the American government for pay to play. And now you are attacking my girl. Again, I'm not a supporter of my girl, but would the Boakai administration, if he should win, would the Boakai administration also go after Prince Johnson? Because he's also on sanction. So that's my point when it comes to my girl.
Thank you very much.
No, Nelson, I have to respond to this man on the market.
You don't have to respond to everything.
Responding again.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's welcome Lorena. Lorena, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Nelson. Miss Unique. Lorena Carter from Ohio.
Okay. Which party are you representing?
I'm on the train. Okay. I'm on the rescue train.
Taking more people.
Since 2005, I've been on the Unity Party.
Ohio, oh yeah. Yay.
So the reason I came on, it was because of the election and the ballot box business. I worked with NIC 2005. We one of the police stations center, rather, at one of the police center. So the boxes come in like this. It's open. If I say the boxes is very clear, you can see through it. But it's open, no tap on it. They will put the tap on it in front of everybody.
Great.
They will put the tap on. You from Unity Party, they from the other party, everybody will be seated. They will put the tap there, and then they lock it. When they lock it, it is now a key. I think they also, you know what they can lock. That you know that zip, that line. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they will lock it with. When they lock it and then they set it down in front of everybody, the people that participated in the election now, who are coming to vote now. Then from there, we start the process. After they start the process, when we finish, everybody go, we are there again. They will open, they will cut that lock that on it, we cut it. When they cut it, after checking the same way, they will lock it again. By that time, everybody got that information. You know how much Joseph Boakai got from the other place. So then they lock it before carried it. And then what the other man said, I don't know, at that time, they have observer, they have supervisor, they will be the supervisor for each political party that they don't want to escort that ballot box.
Good job.
Yes.
Okay.
During
Where is
2005,
Flame?
I participated at what I know about.
Where
And I
is
know about
Flame?
what's still going on.
It was good. It was good that we had we have you coming on here because I think you answered the question that was being asked.
Yes.
So you know the minute fought on that question, but
Oh no, sure. That whole process part is fair. That one no unfortunately about it. That whole
Transparent.
process is fair. But the only thing we want our people to look at that day is
so
when they are voting. When people go behind there to mark the paper, when they coming back, the paper that they coming with, that why you should be looking at, some of them can be take out the normal paper because they will give you maybe some people just say only voting for president, and they will just take that one paper and carry. Some people will say they're going for the 2 or the 3. So if they fold right there, you people will say do not put the paper together, fold the paper individually instead of the presidency. You fold one for president, one for senator, one for representative. But we then putting all 3 together. Now when people can do that cheating, because some people get paper in a package, and then again I don't know because at that time we checking people. They only stay on the line, they check your names and blah 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 blah. They get your paper, they go behind there your one. So this time around, for me, phone say it shouldn't go behind it. Leave your phone down. We shouldn't carry phone behind it.
Want to be live?
Yes, you leave your phone where you pick up in the paper from to go do your checking. You leave your phone right on that table.
Okay.
Right there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, please. Why?
You want borrow 30 seconds from mobile?
Please.
No
Yeah,
problem.
can I do that, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just we'll follow with that statement that my sister just made.
Yeah.
Why have so many pages of papers that leave a room for discrepancy? Why don't that question goes to the election committee? And y'all who are smart guys on the land or in the committee, bring it up. Have one paper. In the United States, we have one paper that you elect from the top, the bottom, the president and vice president, and down in the local election, they are all on that paper. Why have too many? Why they get you 3?
So
and the country that's so poor, it costs money to print that.
And now where the cheating can come from, because when they do that fake
exactly
paper,
so. Yes.
Yeah, where the cheating can come from, because when they do that fake paper, they already distribute it, they finish checking it, they come in with it in that place. So anybody entering gonna be watching, looking at the pocket, looking at them from head to toe. That the only way, because when they come in, they will fold all that paper together, and then right there, the people should say folded 1-1. You got your 3 paper folded. When you can, you drag number 1, number 2, number 3, then you know. But when you fold all together and bring it, trust me, like 6 coming also, or maybe 10 coming also. So that the place they really need to be smart.
Yeah. So my question to you, right?
Yeah.
In that process, like you got about 3 people folding, and then you got a pool washer, like every pool washer standing. So you think with like if for example I for JMB, right? Or I for CDC, you for JMB, and somebody coming to me to come put that paper in, and you know within yourself.
You're not certified.
You against that identical party, and the person bringing up that like that bundle of paper, that Zoom, that 3 or 4, and they won't put it there. Will you agree to it?
No, listen. That's what I'm saying. Listen. When bad people taking the papers to go, you giving them the mandate that they shouldn't fold the paper all 3 together, because they were like, oh God, they were like lay the sheet over one another and roll it, and then they can't just copy inside. Instead of you folding it 1, it should be senator 1, representative 1, president 1. Then you put 1 in the box, the next 1 in the box, the third 1 in the box.
So my
then you will know each of the paper between you will know.
Okay, so my question to you now, if you already know that,
if you raise the concern.
Yes, and then
you say I'm not certified with that paper that I'm putting. You raise the concern.
Yeah, that's
you got to raise the concern if you're not certified.
Yes, that's my question.
Oh yeah. So even before the process go on, everybody in that room will conclude. They will come to one. Do not put the paper. You that come in, everybody, the people that come in here will tell them don't put the paper together. If you finish checking your senator, you fold it put it down, you check your representative and put it down, the president put it down, you come with the 3 papers should be in your hand. We need to see only 3 papers in your hand. So when you come in, you drop the first one, the second one, the third, you go. But don't let them put it into box and put it in our bags. Just forget it. It will be different thing.
Is that a process that has been observed, or this is a process that we are suggesting?
It's been going on. Well, as why I'm saying it on the class read, there's somebody said something like that. They said they're going 2017 election. People just have people put another paper in the ballot box. When they come in, instead of putting the paper on one, they got all 4 there. And somebody said they saw the paper, it was thicker than more than 3. And they raised the concern, don't bring problem here, don't bring trouble here. The man finished dropping it there. The man finished dropping it there. And when you're ready to come the ballot paper, they will enter the paper red, the whole thing in front of you. You even know that paper is more than 6 or 7 together. And then they get everybody that participated, like I was like the ink of when you finish then put the ink on your finger. I was there, I had my hand in a ballot box, opening paper to myself. Everybody that participated will check. So the only thing they should come to a conclusion when you fold your papers, it should be exact 3 separately and kind of drop it 1, 2, 3. Not all 3 together and then you can't drop it. No way.
But then shouldn't those ballot be disqualified, if I may, if they are bundled together?
You will not know. Now, what you say, you got to raise it.
That's why you got to come to conclusion.
Yeah.
You got to come to one conclusion before going into the process. Because when once that paper enter, the only way you tell the person say is the invalid, invalid. And say instead of putting 1 mark, they put 2 marks, then they say invalid. But with that, you can't tell the person say that vote is invalid.
No, but the rules say do not bundle your ballots together. And you bundle your ballot together, you are not following the rule. Shouldn't there ballot be questioned and probably disqualified? Not probably, get disqualified.
That's true.
That's why they need to agree before you go into the process.
That's a strong point.
Into the process. So if you think that won't be invalid, no problem. But you got to agree on it before you go into the process, or else it will be all type of noise in that place. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So thank you for that clarity. We appreciate you so much. And so Nelson, I think Nelson coming back. All right.
Nelson is back.
So yeah, that clarity was ready. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I really appreciate.
Yeah, I enjoy it, and we will take every necessary measure to make sure we educate our people, more especially from the Unity Party belt. We educate our people, even the people that will be there on our day. I will try to connect more at least maybe the week or next week, because he left yesterday. Yeah, he left yesterday. So he's probably already in Labrador, got a resident. So the weekend I will try to get him so we can be able to at least discuss it in duty and make sure we get people in there who will be able to stand and watch and monitor every move.
We even need people set that day to just be going live. They just get the data, they just get a charger, they just be going live. So just focus on that whole process.
Yes. You get that right.
Seriously.
And secondly, the most important thing, our vote in Mosorado, don't forget Mosorado will be secure. I can tell them about it, but all of Mosorado.
Yeah, but in the rural area,
yes, that's where we focus, and we'll discuss that. Thank you.
Exactly.
That's good. So, you get anything to add to it, my brother? SB, you mute. Unmute yourself.
I think the sister have done justice to that question. It was a very important question asked, and I think all of you guys from the Unity Party side couldn't answer it. She came in, so she's very.
my man.
So there you go. She came to rescue you guys. So
thank you.
Thank you for that clarity. Thank you for that clarity.
Who went to police center, my man? Who went to
police center? I was the police center. What brought me up?
You did justice to that question.
And your coming was just unique.
Oh yeah, I was listening to the show. I just kept telling the boy, I want to call, but when you send the link now, I just went straight on there. I said, let me go down there.
Let's talk about
and the second suggestion I got here is
It was
The
very
second
much.
suggestion I got here is like I don't know because 2005 they say it will be only like one person, one person for the United Party observer, right?
Mhm.
One person for the United Party, one person because say they don't want the play to be overcrowded, but yet and still one cannot make it.
No, cannot.
So
No.
if you get two person that are working with them, but then two other person that are on the same, but they're outside there, not far because most of the places is open. Some area when you vote, you get all you some people standing to the window, maybe they tell you the police tell you people move onto the window and what have you. So you it can be like with the four person, two outside, two inside. But the other two that outside, they gotta be mindful, they gotta be watching. People to all the window and all will be they can be standing there and be watching the process.
That's
Because
good.
two person, because two it can be easy, say it hard. Mm-hmm.
All right,
It's very,
SB.
very hard.
What you got, my brother? What you got to discuss the issues? You got any thought on it?
Well, I'm here tonight to sell my candidate.
All right.
I think we
So,
have talked about other national issues, and I
mhm,
think it's important that we transition into why we believe our candidate should win these elections.
that's fine. That's
Uh,
fine. What is done with the body bag, we understand it, and I
right.
come in 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute, and we will every day when we come, we'll little bit discuss the issues because our people got to get it, the understanding, and we'll bring it on. I will talk to Nelson every day when the moment you less busy, you just text. You on the group chat, right?
No.
Who me?
Yeah.
No, but I'm.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I will talk to Nelson so we can try to add you to the group chat. So at least when we come on, because we need female. All the female will tell them to count someone there. They say they will count. They can count, so it will be better. And anytime you less busy, when we on, you just
Oh
text.
no, the main issue about always less busy at that time
Okay,
at
that's
home
that's
already.
good. That's good. SB,
Yeah.
we're in a group chat, my man. We'll put you there by ANC, and
I
we
will,
are
Mommy.
opposition. We're not fighting each other. We'll say our candidate.
Oh
We're not
no, I
attacking
beg
No,
you,
each
yeah.
other.
no.
I get friend in the government now not working. I beg you, yeah. Like my friend,
Right.
like her party, so now my business.
No, I'm talking about ANC people. ANC.
Oh, ANC people, yeah.
Well, the same people. At the end of the day, what we should all take away here is that George Weah is our common opponent in this race.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
George Weah and his cartel should be removed from the presidency. They have brought chaos to the country. They have destroyed the country. They have destroyed the young people of our age, people of our generation, and that will have a long-term impact on generations to come. So we can come here and disagree and present our candidates and talk about who's better. I can come here and talk about Mr. Cummings and talk. You guys can talk about Ambassador Boakai. At the end of the day, what we are all aiming at is to ensure that Joe Weah does not win a second term bid for the Liberian presidency.
So
Uh,
can I ask you
yeah,
one question before we go
yeah.
to? All right. Now I'm asking you as an ANC and a person,
Mhm.
if Joria and Bwaka go for second, then who will you support?
Well, we know that the if will
No, no,
not
no.
come
Answer
to.
no, no. My man, answer the question. Who?
But on a serious note,
Uh
if
huh.
in all of our dreams,
Uh huh.
if Mr. Boakai should come second term,
Mm.
again, we don't want George Weah, so we will support Mr. Boakai.
And I think with Kumi, when Kumi comes second, we
Right.
will be on the same platform preaching
Yes.
the message for Kumi.
Look,
That's it.
anybody in the race apart from George Weah can be a better president. Dr. Monubai, Councillor Gonglo, Ambassador Boakai, Mr. Cummins will be a better leader than Josh Weah. We have seen Weah, we have seen what he has done to the country. So if Mr. Boakai should come second, go for second term, second round, we will support him.
All right.
Sandy, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching the Spoon shows and listening to all of the panelists in the evening shows, and no one has given such a clear, an
Explanation.
honest response like you just did. Because the struggle to say that a Boakai goes into second round with George Weah, we will support Boakai. The AMC folks who sit on the show in a day or in other places struggle to answer that questions directly. And I think it's fair enough If we only want to have George Weah removed, regardless of our differences, our political differences, but if Cummins came second, going second round, let us all support him so that we can remove George Weah. If it is Mr. Boakai, let us all support Boakai. If it is Tewan Gonglo, let us all support, because then, of course, and I can see a real opposition, unity around here. But when you see, more especially people from the AMC, folks who support Mr. Cummins, uh, they kind of bam off the situation. It doesn't look, sound to me like even in the second round they will want to support Mr. Bwaka. It's like they will just say, like Cummins did in 2017, all you got on your own, support whoever person you want. And I think if we clearly want change in our country, we must be honest about how we want this change to come. We must be sincere how we address the issues. We must be clear about it and make sure that the Liberian people understand our position. So you're very right on that.
I don't think. Well, I
Yeah,
agree with
yeah.
you.
Can I come in?
Yeah, 1 second,
Can
please.
I come
I'm
in?
begging you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
1
That get
second.
it, man. 1 second. Yeah, SB, go ahead.
Okay.
I agree with you, but I don't think that's a position for all ANC members to not support Mr. Bwaka in the second round if he should come second. I'm not speaking for the ANC as a party. I'm speaking as an
As an
individual who
individual.
support the ANC, who support Mr. Alexander Cummins. So the ANC as a party may have its own stand, but as a person who wants to see change in our country, I will not support George Weah. Even if any of you here were ready for president and you come second and you go for second term, I'd rather text you than to text a guy than to put George Weah back there, knowing what he has done to the country.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
my brother, what you are saying. Hello, can I come in?
somebody got noise behind that, man. That's a noise. That everybody mute. Everybody mute yourself. That man talk. Okay, go ahead.
As I was saying, like what our brother is saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very difficult to find ANC person who is, let's just say, broad, who have broad knowledge on what we are doing right now. Because, like for instance, Musa Belete, he's one of the hierarchy of the CPP. But then this man have stated categorically that if George, there's nothing that will let him to approve JMB presidency. That is, if only if JMB goes with how do I call it, George Weah, at the second round, definitely he's going to go for George Weah. And then we have another lady also called Murara Yakre. That lady also has made it clear that she cannot. Okay, so these are some of the problems, and these are people that heading this CPB. So when we find few people like this, our brother, I mean, that's really encouragement to say, okay, ANC got people that thinking positively to unseat George Weah, not to just by JMB. So this, I would say, my brother, thank you, and I think we might likely fight to bring you on the train, man. You got space on the train.
That train, I'm
Okay,
to get that train. That train is too old.
Okay, that's
My right.
All right.
Can I get my thought?
Yeah, we're coming. We're coming 1 minute. All right. So next thing we're just discussing about how you call it ANC people, if they maybe if the first runner go on their way, if they can
But
emerge.
definitely,
With the United Partisan, with the United Party people, so that we're just discussing, and our brother SB, oh, he's speaking again. They were buying like, bro. Yeah, SB, that's it. We all we looking at it. We but I can tell people, right? I come in. Let me tell you 1 minute on what our
but
brother
is that we gotta go.
Yeah, we can go. Oh yeah, 11:19. Wow,
time has
it's
caught
lit.
up with us.
Okay, let me do my closing. Let me just do my closing one time.
Allow us to close.
Yeah. Let's do our closing. Everybody gotta go. Yeah, you're right. As my brother was saying, right? Yakula, Berete, they get out of people that they can control. They control them. But it's not everybody they can control. That's it. So if, for example, if I come out today, I say, you know what? or I get 4, 5 people behind me, you know what, I'm not supporting GMB, you're not support GMB. They may agree because maybe I'm giving it something from my pocket. But the other people who are giving it nothing and they just saying now, they're looking at a feature, you think within yourself when you tell them say don't vote for GMB, don't vote for that man, vote for CDC, and they look at our life on a George Weah, and they be like, wait a minute, they man who told me or who telling me that I should not vote for UP. I should vote for CDC. Look at his life and my life. I need a change. And that young man, whosoever that person is, will go and vote for a United Party. So when people saying those things, we agree. You know, they got voices. They know they can talk. You know, they can convince that some of that people, and some of them will not agree. So that's it. And I want to tell everybody thank you for the show tonight. And we'll do our closing. This is my closing actually, and I appreciate everybody. Tomorrow we should be at the same time. Yeah. So who next? Who next?
Make it my closing.
Okay. Yeah. 20 seconds. We got it like 11, 20. We got 10 more minutes.
Yeah. It was a great show, and the discussions were well uncles. And I think as an oppositional figure, as we all sit on this platform tonight, I think our goal, our aim is to unseat or to see the CDC-led government kicked out of office because they have done nothing but took our country to a reverse 100% position. And our aim as opposition is to get CDC out. So it worries me a lot when some of our brothers on the other side, on the ANC side, some of them will not answer that question. Why, if United Party and CDC go to the second round, will you vote for United Party? Even Mr. Cummings cannot answer that question. We get video to that in recent time when they came to Philadelphia. Mr. Cummings could not answer that question. He left it plain blank. So, as an opposition, our aim is to get Joshua, the CDC government, out. Why would we be beating around the bush? Why would some of our friends we don't want to hit the hammer on the nail in getting this government out?
All right.
And also a new government. So, I mean, that's it.
All right.
Thank you, guys. It was a great show.
Next. On mute yourself, you mute.
Oh, okay. I can.
Oh yes. Can I come? Can I come in?
SB, we made it last. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, come in.
Who, me? Jawalo?
Yeah. Come in.
Oh, okay. Like I said, this is my first time getting on your show. But from experience looking at the situation in Liberia, it should be an easy, clear-cut case. Joe Weir does not deserve a second, first, fourth, or whatever chance. He had done enough destruction of Liberia. I don't want to say in Liberia, but of Liberia. That means Liberia is not recognized as it was. I grew up from the past. I've gone through everybody. This is the worst administration. Now, going back to anybody else, you have to have country at heart. Country at heart. Because your country, where you coming from, your country does good, you will feel proud. Really? Liberians? I take it hard to swallow to tell anybody I'm a Liberian. Because when I say, that place, a lot of things have happened. I don't want to take it tonight, but if I'm privileged to come back again, I may share a little light on some stuff. Thank you for allowing me.
All right.
Have a good night.
We'll be happy to see you maybe tomorrow again. When you're in the queue, we'll bring you on. Every night, maybe I said a weekend, but Friday, Saturday, from Monday to Friday. By the grace of God, we'll be here. Yeah.
Okay. That's
yeah.
good.
So, my brother, the nurse.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank the Spoon family for giving me the opportunity to be on here. I just want to be straight, very brief and straight to the point. Ambassador Joseph Niman Boakai, It's the time for him and the time for him to bring change to our country with his multiple ideas, his experience in government. People say, oh, for the 2 years, what has he done? No. If you go to school for 12 years and you don't learn anything from that classroom, then something is wrong with you. But I think this old man, in his 42 years experience from government, it means that he's a professor of government and he can better teach anybody. So I think that all Liberians who deserve better, a better country, a safe country, a country where you can wake up 2 o'clock in the morning and go to your refrigerator and eat or drink whatever you want. A country where it's not only limited to those in higher places in government. I encourage you to get out October 10th and vote Ambassador Joseph Jima Boakai as the next president of the Republic of Liberia, where change will shine like when the sun rise up early morning. Thank you very much. Again, make sure, make your donation. Go to just joeboakai.com and make your donation so that we can support the cause to bring change to our country. God bless you all.
Thank you. I think you already did your closing, right? Okay. That SB, yeah. SB.
All right, thank you. Well, I'm going to go straight to the point. There are two things I want to close on here tonight. The first thing is the issue of mental health in the country that George Weah has amplified and brought to our people. Our generation, I was less than 2 years when the war came. And I'm going to say that a lot of young people within my age group suffer from a lot of mental health issues because of the adverse experiences that we got from the Civil War. Imagine when we were growing up, we were seeing people die in our presence during the civil crisis. So it left a lot of mental health issue with us. Instead of our government helping to rehabilitate our young people in the country, the George Weah administration brought in drugs to amplify the issue of mental health that is affecting our age group, people slightly above our age, and will affect generations to come. George Weah has also failed on the issue of the economy. We can see that he cannot manage the economy. All Samuel 12 do here is come speak big book, like Bro Mel would say, and nothing to back it. There is no action. It's all theoretical. So we all know, we all agree that George Weah need to go. But who is the best person to rescue us or to face the country at this time? And that's where we come in from the ANC side, that it is Mr. Alexander Cummings, who has the experience, that has worked in tough corporate organizations at the highest level, manage strategic planning, government issues, legal issues, infrastructure development, and has managed a budget that is 10 times, I should say, comfortably bigger than the Liberian annual budget. And we know that he can grow our economy. We know that he can bring in jobs. We know that he can bring in investment. We know that Alexander Cummings can turn the Liberian economy upside down to the best for the betterment of the Liberian people in a very short period of time. And our issue is the economy. Our people are hungry. The country is poor. And we need somebody who can revamp the economy. And the only person that can do this for the Liberian people in a very short period of time is Mr. Alexander Cummings. You may be arguing that Mr. Boakai can do it. Well, I respect Mr. Boakai very much so. But I do know that we can say that he's been in government for so long. But I can argue his positions in government are not to the level where he has had the level of experience that is needed to manage our country and take the country from where it is. So I'm asking the Liberian people. I'm asking the Liberian people.
For another day. It's time, man. It's time.
Mr. Alexander Cummings. Thank you.
All right, it's time. All right, guys. I want to say thank you. You already did your closing already. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I want to say thank you for for tuning in. I pray tomorrow all of us should be here again and elaborate on the same issues. I want to say thank you to everybody and have a blessed night.
Good night, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right.